Hey everybody, Dr. Rick Wallace here, dropping in on you. Hope everybody is having a great start to their week. I hope you've had a great day today. Leaving the gym, headed home. Something's on my mind. I just want to drop it on you. Before I do that, I want to remind you to support the work we're doing at the Odyssey Project. Specifically right now, we're promoting a fundraiser specifically for Black Men Lead, which is a rite of passage initiative for young black males. And if you followed me, you know what it's about. This isn't a new program. This is my flagship. This is my heart, my passion. If you want to support the work we do, the information to do so will be in the description box. I was just sitting up and having a discussion with a couple of people that I've worked with for quite a while. And one of the things that popped up in the discussion is just how we seem to be in a perpetual state of victimhood. And I made the statement sort of just as a passing thought, but the more I thought on it, the more I realized how much of a concern it is to me personally. And I made the statement that I'm in a state of concern. My greatest fear, as far as my people are concerned, is that my people are in a state of not only complacency as a victim, but are enthralled in the identity of it. My fear is that if we take away the victimhood element of our experience, that the vast majority of my sisters and brothers wouldn't know what to do. I think that we have become more inclined to complain than to take action. I think that no matter how hard those who have preceded me, those who ride and walk with me simultaneously, and unfortunately those who follow me, no matter what we bring to the table in the way of knowledge, in the way of strategy, in the way of protocols, plans, and blueprints, my people are just simply not inclined to take action on a large scale. What my fear is that there's going to be an ever-widening gap between those of us who have the capacity to move forward and the vast majority who don't. My fear is that the sentiment of many of the people I talk to now that says we're just going to have to leave them behind, my fear is that number will grow. And that will become a new class of blacks. And we will still have the same problems, but we will be even less effective because we will lack the numbers. I just observe so many different things from where I sit and from the things that I participate in and from the things I do. And the one thing that bothers me, I mean, beyond anything else, it's the inactivity. I mean, the victimhood that we wear with such great passion and honor on our chests. And I'm not one for hiding truth. I have been a champion of truth for as long as I can remember. I have taken many bumps and bruises to bring those who were willing to listen the truth. I have lost clients. I have lost revenue. I have lost channels and platforms because I have been relentless in bringing truth. So I don't want to pretend that we haven't had the experience that we've had here. But what I don't want to do is let that be our identity. I don't want that to be what we hang our hat on. What I want to be our identity is we were robbed of our place in history. We were robbed of our identity. We were robbed of our values, our interests, our principles. We were robbed of our names. We were robbed of our spirituality. We were taken from our homes. We were given new identities. We were redefined. We were stripped of anything of meaning and given the lowest place they had to offer. But we remained unbroken. We've got some issues. We're packing trauma by the ton, but we're still standing. But that can't be the end of the story. We survived. Trauma can't be the end of the story. The end of the story has to be we overcame. And overcoming isn't simply surviving. Overcoming is waking up and thriving. Overcoming is sitting up and saying, you know what, you thought you had me down, but you're about to get the best of me. You're about to get what you have tried for centuries to hold down. You are about to get the excellence that is in my DNA. You are about to get something unbelievably powerful, but you can't do that from a place of victimhood. I tell my clients all the time, you can't step up and win until you stop being the victim. Yes, people have done things to you. Yes, you have been wrong. Yes, you were a victim even as a child. But what I'm telling you is at some point, you've got to put it down. You got to file it away, and you got to wake up and see who you are. And you got to make a choice. If you're going to be a victim, or if you're going to rise above it all and be what you were designed to be in this world, and you're going to have to put it behind you. The moment you put victimhood behind you, you become a testimony to everybody else of what's possible. Because there's some people that are coming from where you're coming from that need to know that they can get out too. There's some people who have been through exactly what you've been through, and they need to know they can get out of it too. But what they cannot see is all of the whining, all of the complaining, all of the, oh, woe, it's me, all of, please, can you stop doing this to us? Please, can you please help us get on our feet? Can you What we've got to do is realize who we are. We've got to unify. We got to make up in our mind what's important to us, because they keep throwing trinkets out there and we keep falling for it. We keep trying to buy our way into their world. We keep trying to convince them we're just as good as them, when we shouldn't even be concerned with what they think. We keep trying to fit into their little system, use their standards. We've got our kids so freaking confused that they don't know which way is up and which way is down. And they just become more frustrated because they're study trying to be something they were never designed to be, because that's what they see. My greatest fear is that we don't want to rise up. We just want to blame. And while there's plenty of it to go around, it doesn't give you anything. It has no intrinsic value whatsoever. My challenge is, it's time to rise up and do something ourselves. I mean, I talk to the people who are boots on the ground. Same story. You know, I mean, you start to ask yourself, what are we doing? My people seem to be content. And, you know, I get a sense of solace when I get to interact with the vast majority of the people on the Black Voice channel and the Black Voice Facebook page. Because for the most part, you guys get it. For the most part, you guys have a sense of awareness. For the most part, you guys are doing something. We're talking, what, 8,000 people? Well, if you count Facebook, we're talking about my platforms altogether, 25, 30,000 people. Some of you are the same people over, so let's just say 25,000 people out of 46 million. Now, I'm not the only person out there, and there's a couple of people out there got way more followers than me. Let's just say there are 1.5 million solid, ready to go do it. Got something in it, got some meat and some steak and some skin in the game right now. There's still so many of us lost. So many of our youth that are in desperate need of leadership and guidance. So many of our people are being funneled and herded through a system that is just literally extracting potential and their future out of them and turning them loose into a cage of despair. hopelessness. And all we do is see it and talk about it. We've gotten very good at reciting it. We've become highly astute at quantifying it. But I'm not one for quantifying data and observations for the sake of discussion or debate. Everything that I look into, I'm looking for an understanding of patterns and causation so that I can have an impact on it. Because if I can impact the cause, I can impact the result. See, I believe in the law of cause and effect. So if I want to change the effect, I have to deal with the cause. I said earlier today that the one thing that you can change in your life immediately is the direction in which you're traveling. When you determine where it is you want to go and you observe where it is you're headed, and it's not the same direction you should be traveling, and you can change the direction immediately. Doesn't mean that things are going to come along and knock you off your path, but you know the direction now, so you keep recalibrating and you keep resetting yourself, and you keep moving towards the thing you want in this life. My people are off the path, not even close, and they're content with just talking about it. That is killing me. It's literally killing me to sit up and see this. But what I tell you is this: I'm going to do the best I can. That's all I can do. And my thing is, I'm going to leave an imprint in this world that I was here. And I'm going to do the best I can to leave the best opportunity for my progeny and for anybody else that will take my leadership and run with it. Take my guidance and run with it. That's what I'm going to leave. And I've got to be okay with believing that the seeds I'm planting now will one day bear fruit. Probably not in my lifetime, but I'm okay with that as long as they bear fruit. But I'm telling you right now, I am really concerned about where my people are and what they think about it. On that note, look, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for allowing me the time to vent. Again, like I say, if you want to show love and support the work we are doing, the information to do so is in the description box. I'm out of here. Peace.